For millions of years, Antarctica was sealed under ice. But something beneath it has started responding to us. Antarctica, a continent so isolated, so hostile, that even silence feels alive there. No birds, no trees, no cities, just endless white ice stretching beyond the horizon, older than human civilization itself. For decades, Antarctica was believed to be empty, a frozen graveyard of rock and ice where nothing could survive. But as technology improved and scientists began drilling deeper than ever before, something unsettling happened. They didn't just find ice. They found structures. They found signals. And most disturbingly, they found movement beneath the oldest ice on Earth. This is not a myth. This is not a conspiracy pulled from fiction. These are documented anomalies, recorded by radar, sonar, and research teams who were never meant to speak publicly about what they encountered. And the deeper they drilled, the less human the discoveries became. Antarctica holds nearly 90% of the planet's ice. Some layers are estimated to be over 4 million years old, formed long before modern humans existed. In 2012, an international research team began drilling into one of the oldest ice sheets near the East Antarctic Plateau. The goal was simple: extract ancient ice cores to study Earth's climate history. But around 3 kilometers below the surface, instruments started behaving strangely. Temperature readings spiked without explanation. Magnetic sensors showed interference. Radar pulses bounced back, distorted as if striking hollow space. At first, scientists blamed equipment failure. Then, the drilling hit something solid. Not bedrock. Something else. Beneath Antarctica lies a hidden world. Over 400 subglacial lakes, sealed under miles of ice, untouched by sunlight for millions of years. One of the most famous is Lake Vostok, buried beneath nearly 4 kilometers of ice. When Russian scientists finally breached the lake in 2012, they expected ancient bacteria. Instead, they detected complex organic structures, life forms with DNA sequences that didn't match anything known on Earth. Official reports used safe language. Unknown microbial variations, but leaked documents described something far more disturbing: movement patterns, heat generation, and shapes too large to be microbial. Something was circulating near the drilling site, reacting to intrusion. In 2016, NASA installed deep ice radar arrays to monitor ice movement and tectonic activity. During routine scans, operators noticed repeating signals coming from beneath the ice, not random noise, but structured pulses. The signals occurred at regular intervals, too consistent to be geological. At first, it was thought to be ice cracking, subglacial water flow seismic interference. But then, the pulses began to change frequency, as if adjusting, almost like a response. Even more unsettling, the signals increased whenever humans approached specific regions. Something beneath the ice was aware. Researchers quietly labeled certain regions as anomaly zones. In these areas, compasses spin without reason, GPS systems drift off course, radio communication becomes distorted. Time perception is reportedly affected. Some researchers described losing minutes or hours with no memory of what happened. One scientist, later removed from the project, claimed, "The ice is not empty. Something is down there, and it doesn't want us digging." Shortly after making that statement, his research access was revoked. Satellite imagery has revealed geometric formations beneath Antarctica's ice shapes, too symmetrical to be natural. Straight lines, angular patterns, massive formations resembling walls or foundations. Mainstream explanations suggest rock formations shaped by erosion. But erosion doesn't create right angles, and it doesn't create perfect symmetry spanning kilometers. Some independent researchers believe these structures predate the ice itself, suggesting Antarctica was once ice-free and possibly inhabited. If that's true, then whatever was there didn't disappear. Unlike other continents, Antarctica is governed by international treaty. Military activity is officially banned. Civilian access is heavily restricted. Certain regions are completely off limits, even to scientists. Why, if Antarctica is just ice? Why the secrecy? Why are drilling depths limited in specific zones? Why were certain findings immediately classified? Some believe governments discovered something long ago, something they didn't understand, couldn't control, and chose to bury beneath layers of silence and ice. In recent years, parts of Antarctica have begun warming faster than predicted. Ice shelves are collapsing. Ancient layers are cracking open. Subglacial lakes are shifting. And the signals from below are becoming stronger, more frequent, more organized. It's almost as if whatever lies beneath Antarctica's oldest ice is no longer dormant. Almost as if it's waking up. Certain regions of Antarctica are completely restricted, even to experienced international research teams. These areas appear as blank, white zones on official maps and satellite navigation systems. The official explanation always mentions extreme danger, but evidence suggests a different reason. The danger may not come from the cold, but from what lies beneath. Antarctica is officially demilitarized, yet classified military operations have quietly occurred there. Thermal satellite scans repeatedly detect underground heat sources that do not match volcanic activity. These heat signatures follow structured patterns, suggesting control rather than natural geological processes. Several retired military pilots have described strange encounters during classified Antarctic missions. They reported unknown signals tracking their aircraft from directly beneath the ice surface. The signals did not originate from any known research station or satellite relay. One pilot stated the signals behaved intelligently, almost as if guiding or observing them. Shortly after reporting this encounter, he was permanently reassigned and silenced. In 2016, leaked satellite images revealed a massive triangular structure beneath Antarctic ice. The formation displayed sharp edges and symmetrical angles rarely found in natural mountain ranges. Officials quickly dismissed the images as shadows caused by lighting and camera distortion. Independent analysts, however, measured the angles and found near-perfect geometric precision. Natural erosion does not create mathematically accurate triangular structures of such enormous scale. The structure appears partially buried, suggesting it existed before the ice formed. Its estimated size surpasses Egypt's Great Pyramid, making it impossible to ignore. Some researchers believe it is not buried by nature, but intentionally concealed. From the 1950s through the late Cold War era, secret Antarctic expeditions were conducted. Many of these missions remain classified, with incomplete records and missing personnel logs. Several expeditions reported unexpected underground discoveries before communication abruptly ended. Official reports later claimed these teams were lost due to sudden, extreme weather events. Weather archives from those dates show stable conditions, contradicting the official narrative. One final radio transmission described encountering a structure described as not human. Moments after that message, all signals ceased permanently without explanation. No wreckage, bodies, or equipment were ever recovered from those missions. Scientists stationed in Antarctica often report unusual psychological and neurological symptoms. Common experiences include insomnia, paranoia, and persistent sensations of being observed. Some researchers reported recurring shared dreams involving movement beneath the ice. These dreams often described enormous shapes slowly shifting in darkness below frozen layers. Medical teams initially dismissed these reports as isolation-induced stress hallucinations. However, the consistency across unrelated personnel raised serious concerns. Those who continued reporting these experiences were quietly removed from active research projects. Their testimonies were never officially documented or publicly acknowledged. Some historians argue Antarctica was once a temperate continent thousands of years ago. Ancient maps, such as the Piri Reis map, depict Antarctica without ice coverage. These maps show remarkable accuracy, predating modern satellite mapping technology. The question arises, who mapped Antarctica before it froze completely? If a civilization once existed there, its disappearance remains unexplained. Some theories suggest the civilization retreated underground to survive planetary changes. The ice may not have destroyed them, but preserved their existence. Buried, waiting, and protected beneath kilometers of frozen isolation. Ice preserves organic and inorganic matter far better than any natural environment. Antarctica functions as a planetary deep freezer, suspending time itself. Anything sealed beneath its ice could remain intact for millions of years. If something advanced exists below, it would still be operational today. The idea becomes terrifying when considering intelligence rather than simple structures. An intelligence that has waited silently while humanity evolved above it. And now, the ice containing it is slowly melting. Recent data shows underground signals are becoming stronger and more frequent. What once occurred annually now happens multiple times each month. The signals follow rhythmic patterns similar to biological or mechanical cycles. These patterns suggest activation rather than random geological noise. It appears something beneath the ice is responding to external changes, or possibly reacting to human intrusion and environmental warming. Some researchers believe Antarctica was never meant to be explored. It may function as a containment zone rather than a research destination. Certain places on Earth exist not for discovery, but for isolation. Human curiosity often ignores warnings embedded in extreme environments. Antarctica may represent one such warning on a planetary scale. We were not meant to drill there. We were not meant to listen. And whatever lies beneath has been listening to us. Beneath Antarctica's ice are regions scientists quietly refer to as subglacial access points. These are not cracks caused by melting, but stable openings detected by deep radar scans. Some appear as vertical shafts descending thousands of meters below the ice surface. Their walls reflect radar differently than surrounding rock, suggesting artificial construction. Natural formations rarely display such uniform depth and structural consistency. These shafts appear to connect deeper underground cavities spread across vast distances, almost like an underground network hidden beneath the frozen continent. Several autonomous drones sent into these cavities malfunctioned before completing full scans. Video feeds showed smooth walls, unnatural curvature, and sudden electromagnetic interference. Seconds before signal loss, one drone transmitted a sudden temperature increase. This heat source was not volcanic, mechanical, or consistent with known natural processes. Something inside these chambers was generating energy deliberately. The drone never returned, and recovery attempts were abandoned. The incident was officially classified as equipment failure due to extreme conditions. In rare exposed rock formations near the ice edges, strange carvings have been documented. These markings do not match known ancient human languages or symbolic systems. The carvings appear repeatedly near anomaly zones and restricted regions. Some symbols resemble warning signs rather than decorative or communicative messages. Linguistic experts believe the symbols convey danger, containment, or prohibition, almost as if someone tried to warn future explorers to stay away. But those warnings were buried under ice, time, and human ignorance. A growing number of researchers believe Antarctica is not a natural continent anymore. They suggest it functions as a planetary containment system designed long ago. Instead of imprisoning criminals, it may imprison something far more dangerous. The ice itself could be an engineered barrier, not a random climate outcome. Its thickness, stability, and persistence appear unusually effective at isolation. Some even theorize the ice was intentionally preserved or reinforced, a frozen lock designed to never be opened. For millions of years, Antarctica remained sealed and undisturbed. Humanity only recently gained technology capable of drilling deep enough to interfere. At the same time, global temperatures have begun weakening the ice barrier. Two factors are occurring simultaneously: curiosity and environmental change. The containment may be failing from both sides at once. Something below could sense these changes long before we recognize them, and it may be preparing for what comes next. Deep monitoring stations record unexplained vibrations not linked to tectonic activity. Sometimes they pause, then resume, almost as if adjusting behavior. Sensors detect brief electromagnetic spikes during these vibration events. The spikes interfere with recording equipment and erase stored data. It appears something does not want to be fully observed or documented. Some scientists fear what lies beneath Antarctica may not be entirely alien. DNA fragments retrieved from ice cores show partially recognizable genetic structures. They resemble ancient life, but with advanced, unfamiliar modifications. This suggests long-term adaptation rather than foreign invasion. Something that evolved here alongside Earth, but hidden from the surface, protected beneath ice while surface life repeatedly collapsed and restarted. A survivor of previous planetary ages. Certain monitoring logs suggest underground activity increases when humans approach specific zones. Drilling attempts often coincide with spikes in subterranean movement. It appears the presence of humans triggers awareness below, as if the thing beneath recognizes intrusion and responds accordingly. Not aggressively, but cautiously, intelligently, patiently, like something observing before deciding its next action. If Antarctica truly contains something dangerous, public panic would be inevitable. Governments historically choose secrecy when faced with uncontrollable discoveries. Disclosure would raise impossible questions about history, evolution, and human importance. It would confirm humanity is not the dominant intelligence on this planet, and that we never truly were. Silence becomes a form of containment itself. Some believe Antarctica was designed as Earth's final fail-safe mechanism, a place where dangerous intelligence could be sealed indefinitely. The planet itself acting as a prison rather than a battlefield. But no prison lasts forever. Every containment system eventually weakens, erodes, or fails, especially when its purpose is forgotten by those maintaining it. Satellite data confirms Antarctic ice loss is accelerating rapidly. Layers untouched for millions of years are now destabilizing. Subglacial lakes are shifting, draining, and reconnecting unpredictably. Whatever lies beneath is no longer completely isolated. The barrier is thinning, and time is running out. What happens if containment fails completely? Not invasion, not war, not immediate destruction. Something worse: exposure. The exposure of a truth humanity is not psychologically prepared to face. That we were never alone, and that something older has been waiting beneath our feet. Antarctica is not lifeless. It is not silent. It is not forgotten. It is watching, preserving, and containing. And now it is changing. Some doors were sealed for reasons beyond fear or ignorance. Some truths were buried to protect the future, not the past. Antarctica may be one of those truths. And if the ice finally releases what it hides, human history will not continue. It will restart. What lies beneath Antarctica is still sealed for now, but the ice is thinning and the signals are growing stronger. In the next video, we follow what's moving beneath the Sahara at night. And this time, it's not hidden by ice.